What up? My name is JT Barnett. Welcome to the channel. I live in Los Angeles. Today you're going to see me roaming around Venice, going to a couple different pop-ups, going to some friends' houses, having some good convos, sitting down and having a real convo with some awesome business people. So stick around. There might be some cool things in here that you enjoy. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. All right, we're at Cade's coffee shop. Cade, I've been talking in my videos about how I want a La Marzocco. Cade actually has one in his house. This is the dream right here.
Put it on your registry.
This is seriously, we might. And you have the grinder.
The Minion XL grinder right here. Just everything I needed to do and more.
Unreal.
Roast. This is the setup right here.
He's making cappuccinos for everyone.
Ripping caps this one. All right. Step one.
Wow.
Over the top. Over the top.
Dude, that's pretty nice.
That's pretty nice.
How long does that, tell me, how many years of practice is this?
Coming up on 1 year.
No, coming up on December is 2 years.
No.
That's pretty nice, bro.
They really want. No, I like a little just a little essence of something.
Yeah.
Too sweet because like it just gets.
I feel like I'm gonna have so much caffeine today. I gotta go to another coffee shop after this. Yeah, I'm gonna have like 7 coffees in me. I want all of my, I've been saying this, I want all of my friends to start doing vlogs. And it's a way for me to keep up with people's lives when I don't get to see them. I'm like, I know what's going on in their life. I'm like, I literally want I don't even care if people are trying to like make it in YouTube. I just want to watch like what you're up to in your life. It's like a long version of an Instagram story. All right, I just left my buddy Cade's. The coffee meetup there was awesome. And now I'm heading over to another coffee shop, Boulevard, to see another pop-up that's going on. I think some of you guys are going to be there that I have told that we're doing this pop-up. So let's go check out Boulevard. Wow, look at this service. Are you kidding?
You're welcome.
Thank you.
What up, big dog? What's good? How we
Yes.
doing? I'm Sam. Sam. Nice to meet you all.
What
How
up,
we
homie?
doing? Good
So
to see
good,
ya.
brother. So good.
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. How's the bagel?
Dude, fucking good.
Isn't it good?
Explain more about that. What do you want to do?
Yeah,
What do you
man.
want your own thing to be?
I want to create content for brands and creators who need it, whether it be podcasts, like a blog series, docs, like you were explaining like before, because that was an idea in my head, but I didn't know it was such a need, you know. So now that I know it's a need, I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
how can I help service this need towards these like businesses, towards these creators who need that? Because like, yeah, I'm a storyteller, man. But,
Okay, what's the difference between, so let me say this.
Yeah.
Like the video that I made, we have a ton of companies that are right now looking for these docu-style things.
Yes.
YouTube, even if it's not YouTube, just like videos that show the process of something.
Yeah.
What would be the difference going and doing that for a company versus doing what you're doing right now for?
Yeah, I think it would be just me having more influence on the end product.
Yep.
So I guess, in short, that's
Totally understand.
But
Okay, I'll tell you this. The way for a bunch of companies to start hitting you up to do that is by you doing it without going to a company first.
got it.
Like, have you seen a lot of these dudes with Creator Camp? You know what Creator Camp is?
No.
Oh, dude, you gotta check out Creator Camp.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So Creator Camp is like, basically it's like a camp for creators to go to and do similar to what they're doing in person.
Sick,
But it's like a retreat kind of thing.
Cool.
But it's a lot of these like filmmakers that have gone and done it, and like all of them are these like short form filmmakers. So they like put out films on their Instagram about like them graduating college, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And like companies see them doing that, and then they're like, oh, we want them to do that around us launching a product. So it's like using your own account as like, this is my portfolio that I want brands to help me with. Because I know even with us trying to find this for Stan right now, it's like the way that we're going and finding them and showing them to the company is by going and looking at people's socials and being like, this is what they've done. They can do this for you.
Like, hey, let's replicate this for Stan.
Literally, exactly. So like I would be like, if you have any free time, I would grab the same crew that you would do this with for a company and be like, yo, let's go document something around a coffee shop or like a product that we love, a friend's brand, and like do some shit around it just to like build a portfolio. You might already be doing this, but I just think it's like really showing that. And then more companies, because it's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing that every company is going to look for. All right, so Asrv just opened a store on Abbot Kinney, right across from Salt and Straw. And today is their pop-up, and this is my buddy Ethan, standing there in convo. And so I just came to support. I really like this brand. I think you guys see me wearing Asrv. I feel like I've talked about this a couple of times, but yeah, really cool for them to be doing this, and I'm excited to be able to come and get some of these clothes in person. All right, I'm in Sam's Form office because this is where I'm filming a little combo with Danny and Rafi, and this is her spot. This is the Form HQ. This is where Sam films all of her workouts on the Form app, right here. Loft up there. Drinks. What up, bruh? Third employee of Form. Welcome.
I'm
Welcome
so
to your
excited.
Always
It's been too long.
Always a pleasure.
Good to see you.
Always a pleasure. What can I get you? Water, Poppy,
okay.
Olipop. What do you want? So explain this to me. What now being in doing events and in so many different ways, both of you guys, what do you think is the best way to do events as of today for the creator economy? Because at some point this is some shit that I really want to do.
Cultural tent poles only. Creators do not want to be in creator-centric type of programming. They want to be in cultural event tent poles.
So like going to the
F1,
Super Bowl and doing
yes,
something?
Yes. F1 races, being a part of culture. When you get to be a creator and you get opportunity and access to something you would absolutely never have opportunity and access to, that's valuable.
Okay.
I don't know. I think lifestyle is a really interesting category in vertical because up until honestly very recently, I thought it was moving towards the death of the lifestyle influencer. Personally, I think it's
Why'd you see?
because I see that vertical becoming product drivers, and now there's a need for them to be product drivers, and the successful ones are the best product drivers.
Wait, explain that. I see vertical becoming. What do you mean?
So lifestyle going from aspirational content has turned into aspirational content is really just product focused. So if you are a lifestyle influencer, the number one thing you should be good at really is not wanting people to be loving your life, but like how well can you integrate product in your life as a part of your content storytelling? Because I think personality is important in driving sale and whatnot, but like people will always fall to the personality. There are people, the Amazon girls I think are the best example. There is no personality in the Amazon girl. Like people are not following them for who they are, how their kids are, whatever. They are product drivers. So I think when people are consuming content now, they're consuming fashion influencers, yes, a little bit because they like the personality, but mostly because of a product. Mm-hmm. So I think the successful ones, the ones who are actually creating longevity.
I think this is industry wide.
Yes.
Product
is the focus. It needs to be the focus. But that also is like platform are driving towards product style content. Like algorithmically it's moving towards product. Like if you're just a storyteller.
Explain product style content.
I think of like product first. Like it's, even if it's like
these are the three things that I use for my.
It could be that. Trend driven where it's including, I think about like empties, like when people do empties hauls or they do like, people are interested in product reviews way more on platform than anywhere else. It's like when you're buying a shampoo, girls are going to TikTok and they're being like, what are people being influenced by right now? Like what brand should I be trying? Like I think because platforms are becoming so much more of that search engine, like it's becoming like a product recommendation tool.
It really is.
So you need to be integrating product into your content style because I think like there is room in the world for like the artsy creative and whatever, but right now on platform, you have to be a product person.
Okay, and the other way that I was just thinking about it, because I'm like, okay, what am I seeing? And for the majority of things that I see, the product of the people that I'm seeing is information. And so though all of the videos that I see are quick hits of information, which is that person's product. Like that's what they're selling.
I think that's just as valuable. I think that's just valuable. I'm less on the educational style of content.
Yeah. But that totally makes sense because I'm like before I feel like I would have watched somebody talking about their life and what's going on in their life and like not giving any sort of tip or any education or whatever, and I would have just been like genuinely interested in this person. I feel like if somebody came across my For You page right now, I'm spending more time on Instagram, so I'd say on Instagram. If somebody came across my For You page and it was just like, let me show you what I did today, I would be like, I'm so surprised that I'm seeing this right now, versus seeing somebody that's talking about like, here's the three products that I use on my computer monitor, or here's one way to go viral quick, just like very product focused. Okay, I got a question. Where do you see creator economy going in the next 5 years?
Way too big of a question.
Okay,
Yeah,
I can make it more
niche
nuanced. Okay, creators every day are realizing that brand deals are not a lucrative long-term business. A lot of creators are quitting being creators because they realize that they can't survive off of those. The more that knowledge is spread of like, oh shit, this actually isn't, like I saw Morning Brew posted something like 90% of creators make $15,000, something like that, some stat that was like that. Other creators see that are like thinking about starting it. They go, wait a minute, this actually isn't a monetizable as easy as I would think it would be. I'm not going to try and be a creator. Where do you see the actual creators that are like currently creating, or the ones that are thinking about creating? Where does like it turn into? What does it turn into if it's not a business that is purely sustainable off of brand deals? And I have my own theory on this, which I would love to share, but I would love to hear your thoughts.
I mean, I think we've already seen it move towards owned audiences. I feel like that has to be where it goes. Like, I'm a big Substack girl. I'm writer-based. Like, I want to read writers who are not creating that style of content on any other platform. So I was a newsletter girl before I was a Substack girl. Like, I was a tiny letter girl 12 years ago. Like, that being a platform now that's an owned audience for me is very powerful. I wish they didn't get into multimedia, truthfully. Like, I wish there wasn't a photo video creator program at Substack, because I think it takes away from the idea of what that platform was meant to be. Adam Faze clearly had a different idea of what he was trying to do there. But I think that's continuing. Like, I don't necessarily know if like premium exclusive content on Instagram is like the route, but like the Patreons of the world, obviously, like that type of style of owning your audience has to be. I do twofold. I don't think the people who are doing brand deals are doing them well, and I think that's why they're becoming unsustainable in the creator industry. I don't think it's a creator problem. I think it's a brand problem.
Oh wait, okay, explain that more.
I think
That's
that
interesting.
I don't think it's necessarily that. I think creators are being matched poorly to campaigns. I think there's bad strategy in brand campaigns. I think people are doing one-off deals with talent in a very unusual, not like efficient way. And I think that's hurting the careers of creators, because the brand play is so not developed at this point, which it should be. But there are just like not enough people who are great at executing campaigns 360. So it makes creators look worse when they do them. I think it's not a creator problem necessarily. I think it's like a brand strategy problem. You know, like, I'm willing to own that like my side of the world is probably the reason that that's hurting creators.
I think I look at it as like, I think the future of creator is like what I consider like a hybrid entrepreneur, because the reality of most people being somebody like an Alex Earl that becomes enormous and is able to launch their own products that are popping and are in retail is like so small. But I think that that's like where people aspire to, and there's way less education about somebody that is like builds their own super niche audience, and within that niche audience they bring in revenue from 5 different streams. One is like they have their own owned product that could be like literally a digital product, a PDF of, or like a digital product that's like a subscription, like
Course,
Substack.
things like
Exactly.
that.
I think that's one revenue. I think affiliates, like to know it type shit. I think another one is brand deals. I think another one could be community events. But I think it's like 5 to 10 different revenue streams that are each making their own amount. And like this creator at the end of it makes like anywhere from like 6 to 7 figures is like where they like the top of it. I don't think a lot of them are making $10 million, but I think some of them are making $2 million or $3 million and like have their own cult-like following in their niche. And I think that ends up, and one of those revenue streams could be, which is what like we're trying to find people for Creator X, of like you're also working with a brand as a 1099, making multiple pieces of content per month for them, being like an individual agency, like a solo person agency. You're the creator, you run the whole project, you make a single line of a series that lives on the brand account. That could be like Man on the Street, that could be Get Ready With Me, that could be whatever, but it's like living on the brand's account. And it's not even necessarily like you're an influencer that it's posting on your account. But that's like a separate additional revenue stream that you make. And I think that there's not enough, like, it's not celebrated enough to be that creator. It's like people talk about like the big, but I think there's such a big portion of like the middle that are gonna be those people that'll live like incredible lives being that person and still be like micro celebrity in your niche. And I think that just needs to be like educated more of like, this is more realistic for you than trying to be the Alex or trying to be something like that. Yeah. Oh, that's why I was calling it hybrid entrepreneur. Yeah. Because what I think is the in-house role is like, yeah, you're still part of a company in some way. That could be contractor, but like you're still like doing something that you don't fully own and operate. But then on your own shit, you also are like an entrepreneur doing your own shit. And I think that that's going to be so much more commonplace. Facts. This is literally like even when you're just saying that, I'm like, you could literally go write something on Substack, be doing this for Vayner, and have your own creator thing that is like a separate. That's the future.
100%.
That's the future. All right, so now I'm back at my house, and it's about 5 o'clock. It's Saturday. It's 6:45 actually. It's Saturday, and I just feel like I want to do some more. Want to plan out some more content. I want to work on some more content. I want to plan out more of my next week and just like feel good about this next week that's coming up. So I'm sitting in here and I'm going to dive into the computer and put in a little shift, and I'm excited for it. And I feel good about it, and I feel happy. So here we go.